Next on Mountaineer Playbook, the WVU men's basketball team had a busy offseason, recruiting new players and replacing a Hall of Fame head coach. I'm Ryan Darty, and I'll have that story next.
Next on Mountaineer Playbook, a rebuild is on the horizon for West Virginia volleyball, but 11 new players in Morgantown is exciting for this season and the future. I'm Zach Anderson, and that story next.
Straight ahead, the Mountaineers have been looking for a spark on offense so far this season, and they may have found it with a star right in their own backyard. I'll explain more coming up. Mountaineer Playbook starts now.
Walk-on wide receiver Hudson Clement earned a scholarship for his breakout game against Duquesne, and he's from right here in the Mountain State. I'm Zach Anderson.
And I'm Riley McMoyle. WVU women's volleyball is adding new players to the team this offseason with hopes of improvement for the upcoming year.
These stories and more coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, a sports magazine show produced by Sports and Adventure Media students right here at West Virginia University.
Zach, let's talk football. Wide receiver Hudson Clement, in just one game, was able to score 3 touchdowns as a walk-on. I don't know if I've ever seen a player make the most of their opportunity on the field like this.
You're right, Riley. Kira Nadzadi joins us from the Studio B at the Media Innovation Center to explain in her segment, Beginner's Luck. Kira?
Zach, Riley, redshirt wide receiver Hudson Clement didn't know that he would be starting when the Mountaineers played Duquesne. It was just minutes before kickoff when Clement was told the big news after Devin Carter got banged up during the middle of the week. But this newcomer made the most of his opportunity. Patrick McCabe has the story.
And he'll throw the ball on a quick strike. It's caught. Clement, touchdown!
Just a season ago, Hudson Clement was standing on the sidelines with the other walk-ons wanting to get on the field. Now the redshirt freshman has made himself known to the entire Mountaineer fan base and his head coach.
And man, I think life's about opportunities. And what do you do with your opportunities? And what he did with his, he went out and had 5 catches for 177 yards, 3 touchdowns. And we gave him. No, we didn't give him. He earned a scholarship, and we put him on scholarship. He's been really productive, man. In practice, and we were just waiting for him to do it in a game, and he broke out.
The stats Hudson was able to put up in the Mountaineers' 56-17 win over Duquesne in Week 2 don't shock his former head coach at Martinsburg High School, Coach Rich Sherman, who saw the potential firsthand.
I think it's extremely validated for him to be able to earn a scholarship and do the things that he set out to do by walking on at West Virginia.
Now on full scholarship after his performances against Duquesne and Pitt, Clement remains motivated to continue working hard, knowing the position he was in just a season ago as a walk-on.
Oh yeah, I mean, definitely. I mean, that was the #1 drive this past year, and going into this year was, I'm grinding for something. I'm grinding for that scholarship, and now that I got it, doesn't mean the work's done. It doesn't mean the job's done, but it's obviously a great feeling.
Clement is just the latest in a long line of West Virginia natives who would put on the old gold and blue uniform. And according to his high school coach, we might just be witnessing the birth of yet another homegrown star.
He earned himself a scholarship.
I'm Patrick McCabe reporting for Mountaineer Playbook.
As Coach Neil Brown said about the Martinsburg native, quote, "Life's about opportunities, and what do you do with your opportunities?" End quote. Clement said he immediately called his parents after receiving the full ride, and his mom started crying. Let's hope number 84 wasn't just having beginner's luck. Riley, back to you at the Waterfront Studio.
Thanks, Kira. Hudson Clement isn't the only fresh face on the football field for the Mountaineers. There are 34 new players on the football team this season. After a disappointing 5-7 campaign last season, the WVU football team looks to rebound in a big way. To accomplish this, Coach Neil Brown brought in 34 newcomers to the team for 2023, the highest number in his tenure. Some of them are making a big impact early in the season, Minnesota transfer corner Beanie Bishop made his presence felt with an interception in the backyard brawl. And freshman running back Jaheim White has also made a splash on the offensive side of the ball. West Virginia University volleyball went 7-22 last season.
And now 11 new faces join the squad. I have the story on how head coach Reed Sunahara is revamping the team.
West Virginia!
2022 was the third worst season in program history for WVU volleyball. And now head coach Reed Sunahara is facing a challenging rebuild here in the 2023 season.
We just needed to have more experience with the youth that we have on the team to, I guess, to go forward and to have a better season than we did last year.
Headlining this small group of returners is sophomore outside hitter Bailey Miller, who led the team with 293 kills and comes back stronger this season.
We've been working on it so much, especially at the returners in the spring, we've worked on so much, and it definitely translates. It's just now we need to work on playing as a team.
At the conclusion of last season, the Mountaineers lost 6 players on a struggling roster, but have now gained 11 newcomers, including 9 freshmen. WVU volleyball made its first NCAA tournament appearance in 2021, but does this much youth pay the path for more success? Sunahara is excited to see. However, the new faces for Sunahara and the Mountaineers is what makes him eager about the program. The 9th-year coach is looking forward to how the new players can perform, especially together.
You know, the unity has to be there, the chemistry has to be there, all the above. So, you know, we're working on that. We're competing hard, and you know, that's what I like about this team.
Transfer Haley Green and star freshman Maddie McGath have stole the show early this season as 2 of the team's best attackers. And Sunahara thinks these new players could set up the program for success in the future. After going 0-16 in Big 12 conference matches a year ago, there's now an opportunity for WVU volleyball to make up ground in the win column.
Zach, speaking of newcomers, we're going to have a new WVU baseball coach soon. It's been more than a decade with head coach Randy Mazey at the helm.
That's right, Riley. And after the 2024 season concludes, Coach Mazey prepares to step down. Aaron Parker joins us now in the studio with his segment, Coach's Corner. Aaron?
Coach Mazey has been with the Mountaineers since 2013, and for the spring season, the baseball team will try to claim a second straight Big 12 championship. But this year, they will play for the man who built the program from the ground up. The WVU baseball team was one of the most exciting stories in the 2023 athletic season, as head coach Randy Mazey led the Mountaineers to a 40-win season, which resulted in a trip to the NCAA tournament and a share of the Big 12 regular season crown.
We won the Big 12 last year, and we couldn't have asked to be in a better place than we are right now.
Mazey is one of WVU's winningest coaches in program history, earning a 336 and 250 record in 11 seasons, while leading the Mountaineers to the NCAA tournament in 2017, 2019, and 2022. Despite the upward trajectory of the program, Mazey has decided to hang up the cleats after the upcoming 2024 season.
This is my 40th season of college baseball, between playing and coaching, and at some point you got to retire, and I wanted to do it while the right people were in place to take over this program.
Mazey's impact on West Virginia spans well beyond the diamond, as the Pennsylvania native has coached over half of the program's All-Americans, while also developing John Means, Michael Grove, and Alec Manoah into MLB pitchers. Mazey has also built up the WVU baseball program on the draft board, as 35 Mountaineers have been selected by MLB clubs since he came to town in 2013. The success that has generated the buzz around Morgantown has been due to the style of play named Mazey Ball, in which Coach Mazey orders a continual deal of pressure on the base pass with steals, aggressive base running, and a healthy dose of bunting.
It's an exciting brand of baseball to coach, to play, and to watch.
Junior second baseman and 2023 Big 12 Player of the Year J.J. Weatherholt says Mazey has been more than just a coach for him in his time in Morgantown.
He's more than a coach to me. It's like having a second dad.
But before Coach Mazey retires, he wants to make one more push at a College World Series. Mazey will pass the torch to Associate Head Coach Steve Sabins. Sabins has been on Coach Mazey's staff for 8 seasons and has played a key role as a recruiting coordinator since 2018. And I think WVU baseball fans will agree, Sabins has some big shoes to fill. Riley, Zach, back to you.
Thanks, Aaron. The WVU men's basketball team has a new head coach for the first time since 2007.
Ryan Daugherty explains the team's busy offseason and takes an inside look at the new head coach.
The Mountaineers' new interim head coach, Josh Eilert, has been with the men's basketball program for 16 years. He started as a video coordinator and has held other various positions upon his promotion to head coach.
Some days it's surreal. I tell my wife every once in a while I wake up and kind of try to shake it off and realize, like, you know, all these dreams kind of came true and it happened so fast. But I shake it off and think, wow, you know, I'm the head coach of the Mountaineers.
The last 2 seasons, Mountaineer men's basketball fans have become familiar with the transfer portal. Last season, senior transfer Eric Stevenson became a fan favorite despite only playing with the Mountaineers for 1 season. This season, Eilert and his staff put together the #1 transfer portal class in the nation according to On3 Sports. The roster includes 9 newcomers and 5 returning players. The transfer class is headlined by 5th-year bigman Jesse Edwards and a cook, as well as guards Kerr Creesa and Raekwon Battle.
I think overall it's a top 3 class, and that's maybe not giving them enough credit. You bring in a guy like Jesse Edwards right away, pick WVU over Kansas, Gonzaga. Kerr Creesa, same thing with Xavier in Nebraska. And Raekwon Battle is a 17-point per game scorer at Montana State. Kobe Johnson is the only one of the 5 returning players who started last year, although he only started in just 4 games. The fans' first chance to see the new talent on the court will be on October 27th in an exhibition against George Mason. I'm Ryan Daugherty, reporting for Mountaineer Playbook.
The men's basketball team is looking to improve on a 19-15 record from last season.
Coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, with WVU baseball on the horizon, a familiar face is set to return.
And we'll take you to Gauley Fest. What is it? Stay tuned and find out after the break. I'm Riley McMoyle, and coming up on Mountaineer Playbook, after making program history last season, one baseball player is looking to do it again.
Mountaineers know. Let's go! Really means let's try. Let's create. Let's explore. And let's do it all together.
JJ Weatherholt is returning to WVU after making program history not once, not twice, but 3 times.
And he's looking to do it again, Zach, this season. I caught up with this star player to find out more.
Number 27, JJ Weatherholt.
Last season was one for the record books for the WVU baseball team, and star JJ Weatherholt was key to their success.
What he did last year was incredible. Very few people ever do what he did last year.
Over the summer, the second baseman became the first Mountaineer to play for the USA Collegiate National Team, the first Mountaineer to lead Division I in batting average, and the first Mountaineer to be named unanimous first-team All-American.
It was definitely pretty cool. I'm kind of just excited to bring some spotlight to the program. These guys do everything for me, so just for us to kind of get put on that main stage with that.
After etching himself into Mountaineer history, Weatherholt has the opportunity to do it again. Currently, Weatherholt is the odds-on favorite to be the first overall pick in the 2024 draft. And if that were to happen, he'd be the first Mountaineer since Hot Rod Hundley to go first overall. But for now, he's focused on his team.
Yeah, it'd be pretty surreal moment, but obviously there's like a lot of work that I have to do before that, so I'm really just focused on trying to win games as a Mountaineer.
And Weatherholt is already looking prepared for his junior year after hitting a 2-run dinger against Penn State on September 15th. Last year, he led the team in home runs with 16 on the season.
If for the people that have gotten to know him, they know what a great kid he is. Everybody kind of knows what a great player he is. He's just been one of my favorites of all time to be around.
The sky's the limit for Weatherholt this year as he and the Mountaineers hope to defend their Big 12 Conference Championship. You can catch the team playing the Toronto Mets at Mon County Ballpark on October 20th.
Riley, have you ever been whitewater rafting? After seeing what went down at Gauley Fest this year, I think I might have to see what it's about.
I don't know, Zach. I think I'm going to leave it to the people with more experience. Matt Palmateri is in the studio with his segment, Finding Adventure. Matt?
Thanks, Riley. Zach, whitewater season has officially begun at Gauley River as 3,000 paddlers take to Summersville, West Virginia for Gauley Fest 2023. Here in Summersville, West Virginia, it's 4 days of non-stop kayaking and whitewater rafting at Gauley Fest, where some of the best water on the East Coast is created. With a variety of rapids from beginner to advanced, there's something for everyone. There's even 5 rapids on the Gauley River with Class 5 rating. That means steep, turbulent waters where only the most experienced rafters can navigate those rapids. All of the proceeds from Gauley Fest go to support accessibility and preservation of American whitewater river conservation efforts. Riley, Zach, back to you.
Thanks, Matt. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Mountaineer Playbook, our sports magazine show where we dive into inspiring stories of coaches, players, and passionate fans who make the sports world truly remarkable. I'm Riley McAmoyle.
And I'm Zach Anderson. Please like and follow our page on Facebook at Mountaineer Playbook. Don't miss the chance to celebrate the heart and soul of the game with us next time on Mountaineer Playbook.